Does my business need a logo? I want you guys to help me out here. I've been thinking about this for a while, so I sat down recently and designed a brand logo for real life architecture. Let me explain my thinking on this, and I want you to tell me if I'm on the right track in the comments. I started making videos almost 4 years ago, talking about what I do in my day job, designing house extensions, internal alterations and renovations of homes in the Edinburgh area. I wasn't using my channel to drum up more projects for my practice. I wanted to use social media to show people the reality of doing this type of work. How much it costs, how long it takes, how the planning and building regulation systems work, how to find builders and manage projects under construction. Over time, people kept asking for my advice in the comments, so in 2022 I started offering online consultations to homeowners across the UK. And this grew slowly at first, but in 2024 it accounted for 25% of my income. I didn't create a brand identity or logo for the consultation business when I started because, frankly, I never expected it to get this big. Now I'm wondering if I should create a solid brand identity to help the business stand out and grow even more. I run the consultation business through a separate company from my day job, so it's not tied to the identity of my Edinburgh architecture practice. I have no formal training in graphic design, but I've been interested in it for a long time. In fact, I once seriously considered dropping out of architecture school to study graphic design, but that's a story for another day. I want to create a brand logo that is versatile and can be used in a variety of applications like letterheads, email footers, social media icons and business cards. The hardest part of this design challenge is that the logo must be memorable. I'm not really sure how to do this. I can create a striking design for someone's home, but I've never made a logo before. I started with the idea of a house icon. I got this clip art from Canva. On the face of it, a house icon makes sense. I specialize in home design and my consultation business is aimed at homeowners. But a house icon isn't unique. There are any number of companies in the UK with a version of this on their websites and socials. So to customize the logo, I added a question mark inside the house. That makes sense because my clients are homeowners with questions. But a quick Google image search shows a house with a question mark inside is not unique. I played around with the logo, conveniently being the shape of a house with a pitched roof. It could stand in for the letter A in architecture, and I thought about placing the question mark outside the house, above the chimney, in an attempt to make it stand out. I worked on the proportions of the logo, introducing a nice curve at the base of the question mark, but none of this was really working for me. The logo lacked something. At this point, I began to think about a strapline, a short sentence that sums up what real-life architecture does, and I came up with answering homeowners' questions. I realized I could use this strapline as an inspiration for the logo design. It has 3 words and my logo could have 3 distinct elements: the house, the question mark and the curve. This idea had mileage, but I moved the curve to this side because we read from left to right and I wanted it to lead towards the text, not away from it. I tried adding in dots to represent stepping stones, but this didn't look great. Then I hit on the idea of creating 2 narrow parallel lines. This now looks like a path leading from the door of the house, but it could also look like a mathematical equals sign. I extended this element past the house and divided the logo into thirds so that its proportions look right. Now I feel the design has some meaning. The house represents homeowners, the question mark represents their questions, and the path equals real-life architecture answering those questions. I haven't got as far as working out colour schemes. Maybe the 3 elements of the logo would be more distinct if each was a different colour. Maybe not. I'm open to suggestions. For the text, I am currently using the Open Source font because it's highly legible in bold, regular and italic. Again, I'm open to suggestions, but I think a sans serif font is best. The logo works in a variety of different configurations and I'm happy with that. I think the meaning behind it gives the logo clarity. The one big dilemma I have is whether to use this instead of my own portrait for social media. At the moment I have this headshot on my YouTube, Instagram and TikTok. I really don't like this photo. If I'm honest, I don't really like having my photo taken at all and would prefer to replace it with a logo. But content creators on social media usually have headshots on their profiles. And I suppose the big question is, which version of me is more relevant, the content creator or the business? I hope you enjoy this little trip through my graphic design dilemma. I'm open to any feedback you have. If you are a graphic designer, feel free to critique my design and tag me in any video response you make. And if you would like my advice about your property, no matter where it is in the UK, check out the reallifearchitecture.co.uk website. You can book a consultation with me, there's a link in the description, and please read the terms and conditions before you book. My name is Neil, and if you found this video interesting, be sure to drop a like. It really helps the channel.